You've been told to grow your audience, but nobody has told you this part. I'm Elle, and I'm a relationship-based business coach, and I help you get more clients sustainably. It doesn't really matter what kind of business you have these days. We all need social media. We can get only so far with in-person networking, with word of mouth, even known industries like plumbers, doctors, midwives, restaurants, places that we are used to going to find a solution or to have a problem solved. We know that these places often have a social media presence in order to grow their following. So if you are a coach or a service provider that's outside the kind of standard, my sink is broken, I need to call a plumber, you definitely need a social media in order to build your following, in order to explain the type of things that you help people solve, in order to create a picture in folks' mind about the types of solutions that they might expect when they're working with you. Right? This isn't an industry that people just automatically know, oh, this is what I'm looking for, I think I'm going to go get a coach. Sometimes people do, but my point is, especially in coaching, as in all industries, social media is really big these days. Now, some folks could grow without a social media. Maybe you've been surviving by word of mouth, but if you're here, it's probably because you want to grow and you want to, fill a one-on-one, or you want to build out a group program, you want to serve more clients. So you're probably not satisfied with the method that you have been using. You're looking to grow, or else you wouldn't be on this channel. However, what I see get people tripped up when they are building out their social media is one of two things. And both of them are a symptom of feeling a little frozen or a little confused about how to use social media. The truth is, just having a profile, just being on a platform that you chose because you like being on it is not enough. We need some more strategy in order to actually leverage that social media in a way that helps you scale sustainably and grow your business consistently so that you can serve more clients. So the first way I see this kind of frozen or confused feeling around social media manifesting is that folks don't have a solid content plan for social media. You can feel like, I know I'm supposed to post, and I do post, I'm consistent, but am I even saying the right thing? How do I know what to say? What I'm saying isn't bringing me clients, so I know something is off, but I don't know what to change. This is why creating your core framework for your business is so important and is at the heart of what I help all of my clients do. We'll be talking about that more in our next video. When you understand this is the core set of problems that I support people with, it becomes a lot easier to start creating content that speaks to those problems. When you understand my clients are looking for XYZ outcome in a really tangible way, it becomes much easier to create content around those topics. So messaging is a huge topic, right? Not something we could cover in a single YouTube video, but suffice it to say that some of this, I don't know what to say, I don't know what my strategy should be around social media, can come from not having clarified your exact method, not having synthesized the work you do with people, which limits your ability to explain it clearly. The second thing that I see as a manifestation of this frozen, I don't know what to post feeling that people make as a mistake when they're building their brand on social media is that they don't actually move that audience off social media. So we should always be trying to build our own list inside of a CRM, a customer resource management platform. There are a lot of CRMs out there that you can choose from. And it's really important to build your own email list, to create a way for people to move into closer relationship with you. So I teach relationship-based business. I'm not about just churn through the numbers. Who cares who people are? I'm not about that at all. I want you cultivating an audience and nurturing your relationship with that audience, because the truth is you really do not need a big audience to earn six figures or even multiple six figures. I hit my first six-figure year with about 500 people on my email list. The magic number that you might hear floating around is that you need an audience of 1,000 true fans. 1,000. I talked to somebody else recently who is a pretty big name as a coach who made 500K last year. And this person told me that they have an email list of about 2,500 people, which honestly shocked me because they're a very well-known person. And it's further evidence that you do not need a huge audience, but you do need a cultivated audience. And a lot of times we're building that audience on a platform that we don't own. where we are subject to an algorithm that we can't control, where especially if you're in any kind of niche that's a little taboo or could be banned, you could lose that audience. So a huge mistake I see when I start working with people is that they haven't been building their audience, and that puts us behind in terms of the other strategies that we could implement to get you that big growth that you're looking for, being able to launch that group program, being able to fill that one-on-one, whatever it is that you're looking to do. So make sure that you are actively moving people from your audience to your list through some kind of freebie or opt-in. So when I say freebie and opt-in, there are really two kinds, and I want you to keep this in mind. A lot of times folks make just a low-touch freebie like a PDF or a meditation or a guide or a quiz, and they expect to be able to sign coaching clients from their list after that being the only touch point that they've had with them. What I've seen over and over again, however, be true in this industry is that we need to be teaching conversion events or masterclasses or webinars, same thing, different names, in order to give people an opportunity to buy from us. That remains true in coaching. Again, I'll be talking a little bit more about those in our next video, so make sure that you're subscribed if you haven't already so that you don't miss that one. Make sure you have your notification bell turned on so you don't miss it. And so this is really the missing piece that I see connecting your social media presence to your ability to actually sell to your audience. So again, to summarize, to recap, if we're showing up consistently on social media, but it's not converting to clients, that's probably an issue with not enough clarity around what it is exactly that you're doing. The other issue that we might be having around social media is that we're not actually cultivating that as our own list that we own on our own platform and our own CRM, and then cultivating a relationship with those folks and with that audience. So I've seen these two things do wonders to help folks get out of what do I even post mode, to help folks start to create momentum in their business that can lead to sales pretty quickly. So make sure you're actively creating a list of tangible solutions that you help people solve. Make sure that you are hosting lead events that move people onto your business email list. And with those two things, you'll have a pretty strong foundation to build a lasting business. Finally, I made you something really fun called the Marketing Taboo List. So I want you to think about back in the 90s, if you ever played a board game called Taboo. The way this game worked is that you have a word that you need everybody to guess, but you have a list of words that you can't use when describing to your team what that word is because they're too similar, they're too easy to guess. So you have to do a lot more work to describe exactly what this word you're trying to get people to guess does. And I've seen over and over again that a lot of folks, especially if you're highly trained, highly expert, kind of esoteric, skilled in many, many ways, have lived a whole life, know a lot of things, we like to rely on a certain set of words that to us sound powerful, but they don't actually communicate meaning to the people in our audience. And so what I'm suggesting to you is that these should become now taboo words. And this list tells you what those 6 words are, and it helps you understand with examples how to convert those taboo words into better descriptions that communicate value much better to your audience so that they can more easily say yes to working with you. So go ahead and download the Marketing Taboo List to get started. This will really help you with your social media content strategy and do some of what we've talked about in this video. And if you're here, thank you. I would love to hear about any other topics that you would love to learn about. What do you need help with in your business? I will read every single comment so that I can make sure I'm still creating content that is useful for you.